Okay, we are live, Matt, and we are live in the same room.
We are. No, cheers.
Cheers.
Not just in the same country, in the same room.
In the same room. This is the first time it's been in, since March, and now it is currently October of the same year. Anyway, welcome to the Tangentlemen. This is our second series. We thought we'd try something different, as now we're in the same country, and we like rhyming things. Last one was caffeinated and opinionated. We are caffeinated as well. But this is the Tangentlemen, drinking and thinking. You heard us clink our glasses. We are on some whiskey today, ladies and gentlemen. Some Glenfiddich single malt Scotch whiskey, 18 years old enough to fuck in some countries.
in all?
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe in all countries.
Some of them are a bit younger, aren't they? Ages of consent.
Oh, then they'd still be legal at 18.
Yeah. But I like my lovers at least 18. I mean, I think I'd be too old for that at the moment.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Isn't it like you got to half your age and then add 8 or something like that?
Oh, God. Add 7.
Add 7, okay, 22.
22.
Apparently, so. Still a bit young. Still a little bit, it's pushing it. Isn't it? We're already tangentializing because we have a topic already, and now we're talking about lovers. Anyway, how are you, Matt?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. I'm enjoying this whiskey.
Yeah, it's very nice. It smells very nice.
It
tastes even better.
Oh, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. And
you can't do an after drinking whiskey because it's got a bit of a bite. So that's me enjoying
turns into
it.
like a
But yeah, we're back in the same country, and now we're continuing on with the podcast. If people are listening, if people are not, we just like talking to each other, really.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be the same format, really. Just we'll be drinking alcohol instead of caffeine.
We'll be more pissed.
Yeah.
Probably more offensive.
More offensive and definitely more tangential.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
We didn't even come in with a question this time around. We just thought we'd just meet up because I've just come back to the UK. And I went through the duty free, and I found myself in the whiskey section of Changi Airport in Singapore. And I was like, I'm going to get some of this for myself. I was like, ooh, nice. And there was like thousands of dollars for some of these whiskeys. Honestly,
really?
Yeah. Some of them were like thousands and thousands of pounds. So this was like 200 ml, so like a quarter of a litre, and this was maybe £30. 30 pounds. If I got a proper one, it would have been like 150 or something like that.
Good grief! How much was Carl's good whiskey? He did say
that was like,
and it was something around.
That was like 200, 300 pounds easily. Yeah.
Oh man!
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
And it's good whiskey.
It was very, very good. I think that's the King Edward or King something the third. Dalmore.
It ruined other whiskey for us.
Yeah, so this was the eve of our good friend Carl's wedding, and we were invited round for a lad's drink just to knock some sense into him, just in case he was getting cold feet, which he didn't do. He loves his wife very much.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we went round and he brings out this lovely whiskey, and we're drinking it, toasting each other, having a great time, and then we went on to different whiskies because the next time that he was going to drink this was like at the toast of his firstborn. Basically, it was expensive shit.
And we're good friends with Carl.
Yeah,
but the amount of whiskey, it was like he'd given it to us via pipette.
Yes. This was expensive shit. And anyway, but he had lots more because he's a bit of a aficionado or a snob when it comes to whiskies. And so then we went on to, I remember I had a rye whiskey, because I like a rye whiskey. And it burnt my throat and it smelt horrible. And it just had too much bite, and it ruined whiskey for the whole evening after that. So much so that the next day we had to go on to I think again it was like a 16-year-old whiskey that was like 20 pounds of glass.
Oh, at his wedding,
we were just trying to sink that bottle, which we didn't do. Like no one had. It was so expensive that it had dust on it. No one had touched that bottle of whiskey in God knows how long, and we had to be on the good stuff. And it's probably going to happen again.
I suspect so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suspect so.
We'll see. We've got another wedding to go to on Friday, And I'll start with a shit bunch of whiskey, but then I might be going back up to
work your way up.
more whiskies that I can fuck,
Mm.
But anyway, I don't even remember what we were talking about before that.
I don't remember what the topic was.
Whiskey. We haven't even started about it. This is real tangential, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's crack on. So we are currently at the end of October 2019, people of the future. And obviously, New Year's coming up in 2 months. But also not only the new year, a new decade. We're going into the 2020s.
Indeed.
And that's crazy.
I mean, it's as crazy as the passage of time gets us. Well, it's not at all. We entered a new millennium 20 years ago.
We did, yeah.
We thought that the world would end.
Yeah.
Did you buy into that, the millennium bug?
I was too young.
I remember hearing about it and being like, oh.
Yeah.
And then, because I have a very active imagination.
Yeah.
And then nothing happened, and I was like, okay, it's probably nonsense then.
I remember hearing about it. I do remember the Y2K thing being quite prevalent. But I thought, what would I have been? 12, 13, 11? I would have been 11.
What? You'd have been 10, right? 1999 to 2000?
Well, no, but I'm October, you're January. I'm an 89 baby.
Yeah, but you still would have been 10.
Would I? Would you have been 9 then?
Yeah.
You would have been 9, okay.
Yeah,
That's how crazy the passage of time is.
Well, for me, it's easy because I was born in 1990, so it goes up by 10.
That makes sense, yeah.
It's easy for me.
This whiskey's getting to my brain already, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway,
whiskey and long haul flights.
We're going into exactly, yeah. So we're going into a new decade, and obviously, you look back a decade ago. So we're talking about Y2K at the moment. So no, that was 20 years ago. 2010. So 2010, I would have been how old? 19.
Yes.
I would have been 19.
Well, you would have been 20.
Oh God.
Going from 2009 to 2010.
Jesus,
right?
Yeah. I would have been some amount of years 19. Old that was 10 years ago. And right, so let's think back. What phone did I have when I was 19? I think I had a Samsung Galaxy S. Not even a number.
I can't remember what I had.
So we were still in smartphone territory.
Oh yeah.
We're in smartphone territory, touch screen, smartphone, all of that nonsense. Had that.
I honestly can't remember what phone I had.
Actually,
it wasn't an iPhone.
A lot of the tech, it was probably the same because I still had a MacBook Pro. It just this one's a bit newer.
Was it like the plasticky one?
No, it was still one of these metal ones, which are really fucking heavy and they get hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it the one that burst into flame? Or was that a different
That was the same one, and it wasn't the laptop, was it? So many moons ago, me and Matt had a short-lived comedy sketch series on YouTube.
They're still on YouTube.
They're still on there, I know. I found the one where we did the where you had to work on a sex line. and
where your sister was
and my sister was a pimp. She was Big Mama.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we were filming one that never came to air. It was an interview.
Yeah.
It was an interview, and I was the interviewer, and I just had really odd questions for you. But we were charging the laptop. No, we were charging we were charging the laptop.
It was a laptop. Yeah.
And the charger burst into flames up Matt's
in
wall.
My garage.
A newly painted wall, and I burnt up the wall.
Yeah. And that ended the sketches.
yeah, because I couldn't do any more. But anyway, it was a MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
So back then, sometimes they burst into flames.
Yeah. Do they still? I don't know.
Probably somewhere.
Probably.
Buy approved Apple products, ladies and gentlemen, because I know that was a hooky charger. That was a rip-off charger. Anyway, right. So things change in time, and they get different and things like that. So if we were to be sat here in 10 years, what do you reckon the world's going to look like?
Oh Christ! In 10 years?
Yeah. That's where we're starting today.
We're predicting.
We're Nostradamusing. Yeah.
We're predicting 2029.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll be on. Oh God. I'll be on the verge of 40. Okay.
I will be 40.
You will be 40.
Jesus.
All right. So okay. Oh man.
Who will you be? Let's start with that.
Who will I be?
Yeah.
Well, with some graft, I'll be an author. Well, with some graft full time. Living off my writing.
Nice. That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Where will you be?
Fuck knows. I have no idea.
Hopefully not living out of a box.
Hopefully not.
That'd be good, unless it's a nice box.
The new box homes.
Yeah.
From.
They have a lot of box homes in New Zealand, just like IKEA homes, basically. Not made by IKEA, but you just kind of put them together yourself. You just buy the land and knock up a house.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely. New Zealand. I'll be in New Zealand in a box home.
Yeah, in your own box home.
On my own land.
Yeah, in your flat packed home.
Oh my word!
Yeah,
that sounds wonderful.
A lot of rich people are buying land in New Zealand to make doomsday bunkers. I think we talked about this in the doomsday episode.
I think we probably did.
Yeah,
because
it gets like
all the land.
It gets like knocked off the map sometimes. New Zealand, it gets forgotten on maps. So if like a mad genius is using one of those maps, New Zealand will be fine. Fantastic. The perfect crime.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I suppose so. Oh man, that sounds great. I'd love that. I'd love to I had a really mad thought the other day.
Yeah.
Because there's some allotments near my house, and I thought madly for a good few minutes. It wasn't a fleeting thought.
Yeah.
I was like, what if I got an allotment? And I got like a shed, but like a good shed.
Yeah.
And like I tricked it out like a mini house.
Yeah.
I lived on an allotment.
Yeah.
And I paid that thought way too much.
It became a fancy.
Yeah.
It went from a thought to a fancy.
It was like it was sort of a chuckle-worthy thought. And then I thought, oh, what if I have solar panels on top of the roof? And what if I have my own little router and a bed that folds down, and then I could have like a little stove, and I'll grow my own food. And
yeah, and then all of a sudden you'd put the deposit down on the allotment, and now you're an allotment man.
Yeah, and now I'm home. Now I just live on soil.
Do you reckon that's how it all starts with all the allotment people?
What the dream of?
Yeah, the dream of living on there, and then
stealth allotment.
But then there's allotment police, and they knock on the sheds every night, and they're like, "Fuck! Now I've got a 12-month lease on this fucking allotment. Now I've got to fucking do the plants."
We're in Britain; it's probably illegal, isn't it?
It would most
certainly
be. Yeah,
in Britain, I've got a license for that shed, sir.
Yeah, but that would be interesting.
Yeah,
because a lot of people are looking into sort of like smaller living now, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I think people are because people are looking into like tricking at like stealth campers.
Yeah.
You've seen that? I think I probably mentioned them to you.
Yeah.
Where there's a dude as well. What is his name? I can't remember. He's on YouTube. Who bought it's like not a van. It is a car. It's like it's like a sort of family. You know, like a family long,
like a sedan. Yeah,
that's the word.
Yeah,
yeah. And he still got like the front seats, but he took out the back seats and all the boot stuff. And it's this little house inside a sedan.
Wow.
And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I don't. Unfortunately, I'm tall.
Yeah.
The main problem for me with beds is height.
Yeah.
So it's like I would never be comfortable in one.
Yeah.
It would be a nightmare.
But I mean, just get a longer van.
Yeah, don't get a sedan. Get an actual van.
Yeah, just get a normal van.
Yeah, or get a camper van. Even better.
Yeah, because I lived in a van for a couple of weeks through the States. And it was fun. I liked it.
A hippie van, right?
Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it was obviously like it was in the wilderness as well. So I just went to bed when it was dark and woke up when it was light. I felt like a true wild man who lived in a car. Wild man light. Yeah, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I could get down with mobile living.
Well, there's even smaller ones that I've seen. There's like a little pod that attaches to the back of your bicycle. So you're biking around.
Right.
Oh,
small. Right, who's the guy that does sheds? Shed show. There's this show where this guy. Oh no, that's right.
Okay.
Tell me more about these different things.
Put stealth camper in stealth camper. Stealth camper van, stealth camping. I think stealth camper van is what you want.
Let's have a look. 5 stealth campers that look like an ordinary van.
Number 3 will shock you. There we are.
There we are. Okay. There's a cat there.
Normal cat, normal van.
Or is it?
Or is it?
Curly hair camping, right? So this is Margaret's self-converted off-grid home. Hello, Margaret. She's got a cat. Oh, that's cool. She's got a cool fucking bike. I don't know why I like it so much. I think I just like it because this thing.
Because of that thing and it folds up.
Yeah. Well, so we only get one picture.
Yeah, you only get the back.
Yeah.
This is a different one, I think.
Yep,
That's not Margaret.
This is
Helen and Jelly.
So Jelly is the van, I believe.
Why would you name your van?
Well, she looks a bit zany, doesn't she? With her zany sunglasses. I bet that says "Live, Laugh, Love." This sign over here.
Probably.
Bless this mess.
Jesus.
Stealth camper van, all one word. Self-titled stealth camper van. Self-titled? What, the van titled itself?
Primitive AI in the camper van.
Nice, I like it. Functional.
That one's especially stealthy because it's got like the print on the back that makes it like a workman's van.
Yeah.
Although it's more likely that someone will break into it if it looks like that.
Very true. Yeah.
Ever-changing horizon. That has got to be.
This is Quinns' van. Whoa.
Oh Jesus!
I think it's probably a good camera.
I was about to insult Quinn for the wanky name of his van, but I have to applaud his craftsmanship.
Yeah, I like this. It's like one-way glass, I think.
Oh yeah,
that's cool. That's cool as shit. White camper van. These are all fantastic fucking names. Oh, just like so. Oh, he's got he's writing. He's got the thing open. He's at the sea. Fuck.
You've got the same. See, I've infected it. I've infected you with the mindset.
But I've seen another guy doing it. He's just going around. He was going around the States and just podcasting around in his podcast van.
You know who has a van? Who does stuff in his van?
It's a shit guy, isn't it?
Shit guy.
The guy that was on thingy on. Joe Rogan, and it's the guy who was.
I'm nodding because he's correct.
The Twitter guy and the one that I didn't like
with the beanie hat.
Yeah, and he sat.
It's Tim Paul.
Yeah, it sounded like he was going a bit like fucking prepper though.
I tell you what, man, recently. He's just become such a fearmonger. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I feel like that dude is just terrified. If you asked him this question, he'd be like, dystopia.
Yeah.
It's going to be a dystopia. I'm still going to have my beanie.
Yeah.
I'm going to be living in my van. I'm going to be the only word of truth.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Jesus, Tim, just
relax. I just had very little time for him in that interview.
Well, see that interview, this is where we differ. Because So
this is the Joe Rogan interview with
Jack Dorsey.
This was the second interview,
and the Indian lady whose name escapes.
The Twitter controversy about like the right wing people getting like knocked off, but the left wing people getting knocked out of their left wing is them. Right wing people getting knocked off because they were doing naughty things, but the left hand side weren't.
Yeah.
And Jack Dorsey was on there with his like legal lady.
Yeah,
or she was like
Vidya something.
Vidya something.
Yeah,
and she was like the Department of like
Trust and Safety.
Trust and Safety. That was it. Double speak for let's just shut things down.
Yeah.
And
she's like mothering an entire platform of people, and it's like, ugh. Have your own children,
Yeah.
Adam.
And then he was on there as well, and I just felt he was a bit of a tool. And we differed on this, didn't we?
Well, the thing is, like, the thing about Tim Pool in that interview is he's right, but he's making the same argument badly over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop.
I think this, I
change the example.
I take great offence to that. And this was what I've said. We won't be talking about Brexit today.
No, we won't.
But the one thing that really gripes me about it is that 2.5 years on, or however fucking long it's been, whenever you see this argument on any kind of social media platform, that argument has not changed. I don't like it when people's arguments don't change and they say the same things again.
That's one. Okay, I'll predict that for 2029.
Yeah.
We'll still be debating Brexit. We still won't have left the EU. That's the one thing.
Hang on. Right, a fantastic tweet coming up. Right.
This is the only thing we'll do with involving Brexit. The only thing.
So this sums it up for all of our friends enduring it and our friends across the pond, whatever. Yeah. Oh no, this isn't it.
Oh, because that's not.
It was
Theresa May's not the Prime Minister anymore.
It was a tweet, and it was like, the year is 2137. The current Prime Minister of Britain goes to the EU to ask for an extension on the Brexit deal. No, goes to ask for an extension on Brexit. No one knows what Brexit is, but every year it draws a huge tourism crowd.
It's like a new tradition.
Yeah.
And no one understands why it happens.
Yeah. But that's all about Brexit. I can't be talking about that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying.
But yeah. Do you reckon it's going to be a dystopia? What do you reckon? I mean, people are still going to be annoyed. The left and the right are still going to be moaning at each other.
Yeah, I mean, that won't change.
This is an interesting one then. So we're talking about the Twitter controversy and all of that nonsense. I don't know what's going on with that. But so political correctness happened before. It happened in like the 1990s, didn't it? And that was a huge thing. And then it kind of got knocked back.
It did. It happened the other way though, because it was like Christian conservatives who were trying to ban stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's the exact opposite people.
Yeah.
It's mental.
So we always see this metronome just going, don't you, between the right and the left and things like that. That window that you talk about.
The Overton window.
The Overton window, where things are acceptable and not acceptable and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in 10 years it'll be the Conservatives and like the right wings.
I think in 10 years we'll have. I think in 10 years it won't change. I think that in 10 years the pendulum will swing to like almost like anti-political correctness, and there'll be like offensive humour will rear its head again. It'll be the big thing, and then like in 2039 it will swing back.
Yeah.
It's endless. This is the thing. It's culture counterculture. It's just
Every time it changes, you get the underground, don't you?
Yeah.
And the disillusioned, disaffected masses going, no, woe is me.
Yeah. God. Yeah.
Bore off. That's what I say.
Yeah. Well, it's like economic trouble always breeds like that kind of thing. You just look at pretty much every like socialist uprising has happened after an economic crash in like Russia, in Germany. I mean, that was the rise of like it's kind of both. It's like there's a rise in like socialism and nationalism. And in Nazi Germany, it was both at the same time because Hitler was both. His political compass test is interesting.
Who's
Hitler's?
Yeah,
it's like right at the top, right in the middle.
Yeah. Very,
really,
very bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a mental authoritarian centrist. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, because like the more and more I think about it, I can't be asked with the left and the right.
No, I can't.
The thing that bothers me more is the up and the down. You know, authoritarian or libertarian.
Yep.
Liberty or no liberty.
Who wants to control you?
Freedom or restriction. I don't. Yeah, no one talks about it though, do they?
No, it's always
Or like in the mainstream, I'm sure there's some people going, everyone's authoritarian, you know, like if you went far enough somewhere, you'd find it. But
I'm trying to. I mean, like, no one talks about it seriously.
no,
Like, it's never talked about in any mainstream sense, which is, I guess, the point. Like, it's always left or right, the tribes. But you have to go to like people who are just like doing fun podcasty stuff. To like there's one I listen to called Every Frame of Pause, which is like ridiculous, and like everyone on there is super libertarian. It's just like basic. It's really like memey and shit posty.
Yeah.
But everyone on there's like really libertarian, and very like just do what you want. Like it's fine. But they get tired. It's interesting. Like they're like a movie show basically, like an art show, and they really don't like most things. They've got very, very high standards for writing. And they always say, you're allowed to like something. You're allowed to like this thing.
Yeah.
We're just saying that
it's not good.
It's not good. Yeah. You like it if you want to like it, that's fine. And they always get accused of like gatekeeping and going like, you say we're not allowed to like things, and it's like, no, we say the exact opposite.
Quite the opposite, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I imagine it's incredibly frustrating for them. But they tend to like laugh about it most of the time.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I feel like
as soon as you put yourself out there, you're going to be hated by someone.
By the opposites.
Yeah,
basically. But I think the problem. I mean, I think we've said this before. The problem we have in the UK is that we don't have a libertarian party.
No,
like Labour and Conservatives are sort of the main two for the moment, which will probably change. Probably change rather quickly, in fact. But they're both authoritarian parties.
Still very we'll take care of you.
Yeah, you know,
because you can't take care of yourself, sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I sort of read this, and I hope it's not true because it's really dumb if they did it. But protests were banned.
I was going to say
Extinction Rebellion.
I was going to say what there, but I was speechless for a second. That's nonsense.
Yeah,
what?
It's so. Don't do that.
No,
don't ban them.
No.
And I don't know if it's in the light of like Extinction Rebellion and stuff like that, but you really don't. That's the one thing you really don't want to ban.
No,
at all.
No,
because you don't want to ban. That's like attacking. That's a direct attack on free speech.
Yeah,
and the free speech that people free. There's two ideas of free speech. There's the free speech idea that you basically allowed to say anything, and people can counter that with their speech, and you can sort of everyone's free to say whatever, and everyone's free to counter
and debate and
and that's getting like eroded away to fuck. But the other one. The one that people who like to erode it away to fuck say is free speech is the right to criticize your government. And they don't have that in China. They don't have that in mainly China. I think that's the main one.
And I think in different sort of levels, there will be other places where you're not allowed to have it. You know?
Yeah. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I mean, like Soviet Russia, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Russia today, I don't know. But it's like you're taking that free speech away if you ban protests. And it's like, don't do that because that means that they're getting away with shit.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I don't like that at all.
No, and it's really stupid.
I wouldn't be surprised if it came after, because I think they went after like a tube they protested around a tube station. Some sect of it, some splinter cell of it did, and Extinction Rebellion, in quotation marks, sort of were against what they did, because not only did they do it there, that like most of them were sort of like middle class white people in a disenfranchised working class area where people are using the tube to get to their fucking work, to pay their bills and feed their kids.
And they were on an electric train.
Yeah, just doing it for completely the wrong reasons at completely the wrong place. So it may have been after that. I hadn't seen that they were trying to ban protests and things like that. But like whoever this splinter cell was, fucked it up. You know,
I mean, after that, you don't need to ban them because everything about what they did in that particular instance is just stupid.
Yeah.
And it's obviously stupid.
Yeah. I mean, really, you don't need to ban them anyway, do you? But certainly not after that.
Certainly, I mean that's like the worst time to ban them when they literally that sect anyway show that they're just ignorant and they're just
fucking dumb,
stamping their feet.
Yeah,
going wah.
Yeah, I didn't like that when I saw that. I thought, fucking idiots.
No.
Doing it outside an electric train. Come on, this is going to be your transport if you get your way.
Yeah. Block a road.
Yeah.
Cars.
Sit on the cross section again. Do that. I don't know.
And then I think they then did that. But that wasn't as widely, because that's not as incongruous and stupid. So that wasn't as widely reported on, obviously. But
so more authoritarian in 10 years?
I think. Well, God, we're going down this rabbit hole of uh-oh.
Don't worry.
I feel like
we'll tangent again.
We'll tangent in. I feel like free speech is just going to fucking go. I think that's gone in 10 years.
I don't know. I think you're being a worry.
I think I've watched too much Tim Paul.
I think you're being a worry weasel. Matt's being a worry weasel, ladies and gentlemen. I think again. I think it's another metronome thing. You know, you're going to clamp down, you're going to clamp down, you're going to clamp down. And if it does get clamped down to a point where that happens, people are going to say, "Hang on, no." And if it continues to go, then that's where people are going to be cross, and the protesting no longer becomes peaceful and becomes a in quotation marks revolution of some kind. You know, that's when riots start and things like that.
Yeah, well, that would be grounds for a revolution. That would be like proper grounds.
I think so. Yeah,
not the nonsense that's going on now.
Yeah. To not speak against your government, that's nuts.
Yeah,
especially in our countries. You know, in the UK, in the US, in the developed world or whatever. I mean, really in any country, but certainly where we've been afforded these things to us for so long, for that to be taken away, I think that would, or I would hope that it would galvanise people to do something.
I mean, you would hope, but you've got companies doing that now, and I suppose that's not on a national level, it's not on a governmental level, but we're also at that stage of capitalism where we're getting a lot of monopolies that have a lot of power, way too much. Disney, I'm looking at you. Google as well. I'm looking at the computer when I say that, as if they're watching.
Yeah.
Which they probably are. Probably.
I saw this thing on, Matt was just looking into my webcam there.
Yeah, staring mercilessly into
there
the
you
webcam.
are, Charlie at the CIA. We see you. We see you.
You're like, well, you're seeing Mickey, do you?
I saw this thing on stalkerware when I was
stalkerware.
Yeah. So if I was in an abusive relationship with you, Matt, and you went out of the room without your phone, I could download this thing onto your phone and just watch everything that happened on your phone. I could hear all of the calls that went through your phone. I could just look through your camera and just see what you're doing. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that was spooky as fuck.
There was one I saw where you can hack into other people's WhatsApp messages.
End-to-end encryption, and they've broken it. What?
That was advertised on YouTube.
Fucking YouTube. That we are proudly on. Yes.
YouTube, of course, owned by Google.
Yeah. Well, by Alphabet.
By Alphabet.
Which, isn't it partly owned by the CIA or something like that? Or is that? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We see you, Charlie.
There's the other one as well, the Chinese one, that have a stake in loads of stuff. What are they called?
What do they own?
Well, they own a bunch of gaming stuff and they own a bunch of Hollywood stuff.
Okay.
Tencent. That's what it is. Tencent.
Is that how you spell it?
I believe so.
Tencent.
Yes.
World's largest gaming company.
Because there's been a whole thing recently with Blizzard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
So with all the Hong Kong protests going on, I think it was Hearthstone, the game Hearthstone.
Oh yeah, the mobile game with the cards and things like that. Yeah, played it for a bit and then uninstalled it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one of the I think it was during a championship, possibly. One of the guys called Blitz Chung did like a Free Hong Kong, and he wore a thing,
right?
And he got like banned.
Yeah.
I think he got banned for a year, and they reduced it to 6 months after a backlash. And the two broadcasters who didn't know who was going to do it, because it was off the cuff, they got completely banned.
Right.
I don't know what's happened with them necessarily, but that's like mass protests against Blizzard because of that. And to the extent that if you mention Hong Kong on their forums, instant ban. They've stopped a bunch of live events because of potential protests. It's a whole thing. It's not good at all. But they're but they have like a, I don't know if it's Tencent who have a massive stake in Blizzard, but they definitely have a massive stake in Epic.
All right. Yeah. Who do Epic Games do?
They do Fortnite.
Fortnite, right?
And they've got their store that everyone hates because it's rubbish.
Yeah.
Tencent.
Yeah. Tencent holds a 4.9 stake in Activision Blizzard, as well as in a host of other large video game companies, according to the Wall Street Journal. The company is currently seeking permission to release a new Call of Duty game in China.
And as you can see, hashtag
boycott Blizzard. There we are.
Well, the thing is, like, people, because like Blizzard do Hearthstone and they do Overwatch, and Mei, the Chinese character in Overwatch, has become like a symbol. They, like, the internet made her like a symbol of the Hong Kong riots after this happened.
Yeah.
And they now don't sell merchandise with Mei on it.
Wow.
Like, it's so bad.
Nutty, isn't it?
Yeah. No, they're this is like, and the thing, like, the Epic guy, he came out after this, basically tried to take advantage of the situation, and was like, if that happens in an Epic game, we're not going to do that. We'll never do anything like that. You don't have to worry, even though, like, the guy's a scumbag. Now, we saw there that it's 4.9%.
Yeah.
Tencent, the stake that Tencent has in Blizzard.
Yeah.
Put large stake in Epic up there. Tencent has
40%
a 40% stake.
Wow.
So
they definitely can do that if that happens.
Yeah. And it says Epic says, unlike Blizzard, it won't ban players for talking politics. Bullshit.
Bollocks.
Yes, they will.
Absolute bollocks.
But the thing is, like, Blizzard,
unless Tencent has told them not to after that whole thing happened and the backlash happened, but 40%.
I don't think. I'll be honest. I don't think Tencent give a shit.
Nah, probably not.
Like, the thing is, like, the Blizzard put out a statement to, I think it was on Twitter, saying, the guy Blitz Chung, we banned him because he broke the rules. We're not allowed political speech. We're trying to keep chat focused on the game. They released a similar statement to the Chinese media, saying, we are horribly insulted by Blitz Chung's statement.
Yeah.
And we will protect our country at the best. Our country meaning China.
Yeah.
To the best of our ability. And we are very proud of our country. And it's like, that's gross, man.
Yeah. They also own 100% in League of Legends Riot Games.
I mean, it's just, so their influence will probably expand in the
PlayerUnknown's
next 10
Battlegrounds
years.
as well. Ubisoft.
Grinding Gear, Pathway. I don't even
Don't
know what that
Path
is.
of Exile is.
But I won't be playing it.
Supercell is a Finnish mobile game developer.
They're just like, they just got their fingers in a lot of pies.
Isn't Paradox? I think Paradox is the one who does Stellaris.
Well.
Oh, Stellaris is really good. I like Stellaris. And Discord.
Oh no. We're not on Discord, so we don't have anything to say about that. Really.
We were going to be on Discord.
We're
maybe
thinking about
we won't now, Tencent. Fuck you, Tencent.
Maybe.
Proudly sponsored by Tencent.
Proudly sponsored by Tencent. Yeah. Well. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say now. It's good whiskey.
It's real nice. We're getting a bit fuzzy at the moment, but we're still thinking.
We're still thinking.
Unfortunately, we're still drinking.
Yes.
Dulls are thinking. At the moment, we're going a bit dark. At the moment, we're going to
Let's think.
Monopolies, erasure of free speech.
Yeah.
What's going to be good?
Let's think good things.
Space. Let's talk about space.
Let's talk about space. Space is always a good thing,
mate.
We should be on Mars. We should be on Mars by 2029.
Mars.
2024 is the
I know.
the big thing, isn't it? Yeah. So we should be on Mars.
So fucking exciting.
Yeah.
You might not have heard that, but I said so fucking exciting. Oh no, I can see my voice moving.
Hey.
On our equalizer.
Let's see if they did hear it.
Yeah.
So fucking exciting. Yeah, they heard, definitely.
They can just hear us whispering now.
Yeah. Well, whisper.
This is now also an ASMR channel.
Oh god, there's loads of them as well.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I have misophonia, which is like the hatred of noises. Basically.
Okay.
it triggers my fight or flight response.
What kind of noises?
People eating with their mouth open is the
Oh right, yeah.
That, oh man, even thinking about it's making me slightly angry.
Mm.
But on YouTube, they advertise a bunch of ASMR channels, and it's literally people eating into the mic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You bastards, why? It's disgusting. But, people... I don't know what the point of ASMR is. Is it like a sex thing? Or? Well,
ASMR, it's not proven or anything like that, but it's supposed to trigger something.
My fight or flight response.
A nerve response.
Is it like the
it's a nervous response in the back of your neck, I think.
Why do you want that to happen?
Because it's all tingly and nice, apparently.
Is it though?
Yeah, right.
Isn't that the thing that happens when you see a ghost? And you go, when you see a ghost.
Right. So let me tell you about ASMR from Wikipedia.
Tell me about ASMR, Lee.
So ASMR is Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, sometimes also known as Auto-Sensory Meridian Response. So it's an experience characterized by a static light or tingling sensation on the skin that typically begins on the scalp and moves down on the back of your neck to the upper spine.
Is that like when you get a head massage?
Kind of like that. You know that.
I'm with you.
You know when you get the head ones and they put the little dangly spider thing on your head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's supposed to be like that. So ASMR signifies a subjective experience of low-grade euphoria, in quotation marks, characterized by a combination of positive feelings and a distinct static-like tingling sensation on the skin. It is most commonly triggered by specific auditory or visual stimuli, and less commonly by intentional attention control.
So this seems like the exact opposite of misophonia.
Yes, I believe so. So I mean, I sometimes get it. So sometimes, when you get jacked up and you're watching a film and it makes you tingle, or when a rousing soundtrack gets you. I think it's that. I would imagine it would be that kind of feeling.
Okay.
But done with people eating and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's also a sex thing. Pretty sure it's a sex thing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, whispering.
I mean, it'll be a sex thing for someone, won't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everyone's
definitely.
got their kink. But this association with sexuality, there it is.
Where is it?
Right there. Comparison with misophonia as well.
People who experience ASMR report feeling relaxed and sleepy after watching and listening to ASMR content, while some journalists and commentators have portrayed ASMR as intimate, they go on to say that there is no evidence of any connection between ASMR and sexual arousal.
Yeah,
Well,
they're just covering themselves.
Well, look, people
ignore my erection.
Yeah, everyone
There's
has a kink. If you can get a kink by getting peed on, you can get a kink by someone whispering to you. Definitely, 100%.
Well, I mean, like that one's almost obvious, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah,
whispering to someone's really intimate.
Very intimate. That's a very intimate communication, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Maybe more of that in 2029.
Maybe, yeah. ASMR TV channel.
Maybe we'll be more sexually free or more sexually repressed. Which way do you reckon that metronome's going to go now?
Good question. When did we start getting all section? Because we're in at a point now. We're not repressed now. We're sort of
we're coming back into the free. So you've got the 60s where the free love kicked back into sort of the 70s, 80s where it got all repressed again. 90s you had like all of the rave scene and everything like that. I'm sort of going on the UK at the moment, so you had more free stuff there. 2000s I think it went a bit weird. Now it's interesting now. So our generation, which is millennials, we're more sexually slutty, for want of a better word.
Yep.
And then you've got the generation after, less into that.
They're crazy healthy.
They're becoming more healthy, more conservative. The two things. But I think, by and large, I mean, we're obviously going to be more sexually free at the moment because we've got Tinder and things like that. I mean, they may be less sexually slutty than us, but we may have set quite a high bar because we were the generation of Tinder and Bumble.
Teenage pregnancy.
I heard of Hinge. That's another one, apparently.
Hinge.
I was told about that the other day.
For carpenters.
Yeah.
Carpenters looking for other carpenters.
Yeah. And all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I think we're still in a sexually free.
Did you say what's the gay one?
Grinder.
Yeah. That's the one. What's the gay one? He says like he doesn't know.
So yeah, what do you think? I think again it's going to be a metronome.
Probably, yeah. Probably. I mean, it won't change much for us because we'll still be quite slutty, I think.
Yeah, I'll be always slutty.
Always, yeah.
Always.
Because we're also the generation, I don't know if this has crossed over with Gen Z, but like, we also like, we're very experimental in terms of like bisexuality and
polyamory.
Fucking polyamory.
Let's have a look, shall we? Shall we have a look? What's your beef with polyamory?
It upsets me.
Why does it upset you?
I don't know. It's just like, you know what? It's probably that I just don't understand it, and that I don't like. You don't understand my whatever. But it just seems like It seems like a way to license hurting other people.
What if everyone's all cool for it though? If you set the boundaries,
statistically speaking, someone's not going to be cool with it. And the thing is, like, I think like setting boundaries, it's like boundaries get set without full knowledge of the sort of I'm wiggling my fingers like it'll magic the word up.
He's trying to wiggle the words out.
The nitty gritty, the
context,
little details of the thing of
what's going to happen.
Yes.
In the future.
Yes.
I mean that happens,
the extent, like.
I mean that happens in a one-on-one relationship, though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So, in a one-on-one. I mean, if you're having like a one-on-one relationship with someone who's polyamorous. I don't know.
Oh no, I mean a one-on-one relationship. The boundaries will be set without knowing the finger wiggling nitty-gritty.
Without knowing all the. It's probably, you know what? It probably is. It's probably just the experiences I've had with people.
Yeah.
And knowing polyamorous people who are just like people who just give like horrible advice.
Right.
To people who aren't polyamorous. And they go like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. And it's
I think some people are definitely greedy in that regard.
Yeah,
they just do it because they just want to get fucked, and they're also very lonely. So by saying they're in a relationship, at least they can just pretend that that's okay. and then just have sex with people. They're probably doing the whole polyamory thing wrong. I reckon it could probably work. Never done it myself. But I reckon it could work if you're all grown-ups and do the whole boundaries thing, even without the finger wiggling nitty-gritty. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know.
Back to millennials and Gen Z. Back to millennials and Gen Z. So more millennials than Gen Zers or Gen Zers will pay extra. Will pay extra for customer experience. Okay. Oh, this is from Salesforce.com. I thought it was really interesting. I don't care about marketing to them. Visioncritical.com. I don't know what this website is. Right. So 5 ways we're different.
Well, the millennial generation is the generation where we're all really offended by shit, right? It's mainly our generation that are the offended generation. And people say that it's because we haven't really gone through struggle. We haven't really gone through strife in the same way that other generations have. We've talked about this, how sort of historically privileged we are. And that we can't really we can't reconcile that. So it's
right. So from the top, so the role models for millennials is Lena Dunham, Kanye, and Michael Phelps. None of those are my role models.
No, especially
the role
not
models
Lena
for
Dunham.
Gen Z are Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games. PewDiePie with a space in between, and Katie Ledecky. I don't know who they are.
I mean, well, you know who PewDiePie is.
But this is also...
Katniss Everdeen.
This has also got... I think this has got a bit of a slant against Gen Zers. So, epochal events. So, we got 9/11, the subprime mortgage crisis.
Oh, yeah.
Epochal events for the Gen Zers was Justin Bieber arrest and reaching age of majority.
Vision Critical.
Yeah. I think they're being a bit naughty
I think
Gen Zers there.
Well, I mean, Gen Z are more conservative, so probably they are.
Probably written by a millennial, I would say. Probably
Definitely written by a millennial.
One of us. We've got more of an economic impact because we're older and have jobs.
See this, but now we're down in an area where it actually seems like they're trying, as opposed to being like snarky and jealous. Are you excited about self-driving cars, Lee?
Yeah, if they do it well, and I can spin my chair around and speak to 3 other people, and we can just have a chat and just play cards and stuff, that'd be fucking sick. And I could keep an old classic car for like Nürburgring or whatever. But then I might not even do it. Just do other fun shit. That's just a thing that I have to do to get places.
True.
Like to get to work. Yeah. Have yourself.
I'm trying to basically narrow this down to stuff that's actually relevant and not some millennial writer being a shit.
It was largely them being a shit.
It's largely them being a shit.
Yeah.
It's like
it's another company thing. A customer insight platform for customer-centric companies. I'm not trying to make them my customers. I just want to find out how we're fucking different. Damn it.
Well, even then though, if you're trying to make them your customers, it's like, don't even bother with Gen Z because they're just a bunch of pricks.
Yeah.
Seems like the whole thing.
Oh, that's a business thing as well.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
8 pivotal differences. Right. Realistic versus optimistic.
Okay. Expect to work harder than previous generation. Well.
So we were the optimistic generation because we were encouraged by our baby boomer parents because they came from a time of prosperity, bastards. Generation Z will be realistic because they grew up through all of this
grew up in a recession,
nonsense. Okay. Independent versus collaborative. 71% of Generation Z they believe the phrase, if you want it done right, then do it yourself. And then we were more collaborative.
So they're very libertarian, Gen Z.
Digital natives versus digital pioneers. 40% of Generation Z said that working Wi-Fi was more important to them than working bathrooms. Okay. 14% of US adults had access to the internet in 1995, but in 2014, 80% had access. Millennials were pioneers in the digital age. They witnessed blah, 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 blah. Generation Z did not witness these innovations, but rather they were born into it. Ubiquitous connectivity, highly curated digital platforms, on-demand video, and 24-hour news cycles were native Generation Z. Private
Okay.
versus public. 70% Generation Z would rather share their personal information with their pet than their boss.
I mean,
all right.
Jesus Christ, obviously.
All right, so we were the generation that got fucking stuck with put your mobile number in here and phones in here, and then we worked out how fucking expensive data was to these companies, and then everyone's got more savvy to it.
Yeah.
5, face-to-face versus digital only. 74% of Generation Z preferred to communicate face-to-face with colleagues, and we were like digital and text and things like that. So it's gone from the text generation to the FaceTime generation.
We were like, it's interesting, like reading. We were like the canaries in the coal mine.
Mm.
Like we fucked up, so they're not fucking up.
Yeah.
Because like all of these things, like talking face to face, is like, oh my god, that's actually kind of surprising.
I would have thought it would go further.
Yeah.
Either way. Yeah.
It's like it's the sort of stereotypical idea of like young people glued to their phones and be like, you know, I mimed it. They can't see, but I mimed it.
Does it include FaceTime though? Because everyone's like all loving FaceTime, aren't they?
That's technically face to face.
Oh yeah. So equipped with their experience communicating using full sight, sound, and motion over Skype, FaceTime, and Snapchat, Generation Z is positioned as the ideal generation to finally strike the right balance between online and offline workplace communications. Okay, we'll see about that.
It does make a difference in someone's face.
Oh, 100%. I wouldn't necessarily say that will finally strike the right balance. There's probably never going to be a balance. Anyway, role hopping versus job hopping. 75% of Generation Z would be interested in a situation in which they could have tried multiple roles within one place of employment. All right,
interesting.
So Generation Z will try and hop around a company, where we will jump around different companies. Okay, interesting. Okay. Global citizens versus global spectators. 58% of adults worldwide aged 35 plus agree that kids today have more in common with their global peers than they do with the adults in their own country. Millennials were considered the first global generation because they shared similar characteristics and values across borders and were able to view significant global events in real time. However, Gen Z interacts with their global peers with a greater fluidity than any other generation. As more of the world comes online, geographies will continue to shrink, causing Gen Z to view themselves as global citizens.
Well, that's just obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, kids today have more in common with their global peers. I mean, that's not kids today. That's kids forever, I think.
Really, it's people forever when you meet people from around the world.
Yeah.
Newsflash, everyone. People are basically the same around the world.
Yeah.
They're basically
pretty much
the same.
Yeah.
They're all trying to just have the best life they can. They're generally nice to you. If they, unless they're not having a bad day, then they're nice to you and they'll be polite and everything like that. They'll smile. They'll try and help you. People are basically the same.
So China and Japan are two vastly different countries in temperament, in business attitude, and everything.
Ideologies.
Ideologies.
Like
Ideologies. Yeah, but if you teach Chinese and Japanese children. They're basically the same.
What about Hungarian and Japanese children?
Same,
exactly.
At a certain level.
Yeah.
Italian, same at a certain level.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
it's when you get up in years where differences start to kind of manifest as culture attaches to the kid. It's like,
I mean, that would even happen here, though, wouldn't it? Like as a teacher, because puberty children, having been one, we all turn into vastly different people in those 3, 4, 5, 6 years when we go through teenage years and just try and work out who the fuck we are.
No, true. But like I'm speaking in more in generality. In like, I'm speaking in large scale case studies that I've experienced with kids who are like 13, 14, 15, something like that, where Italian teenagers are chalk and cheese with Japanese teenagers and even Chinese teenagers to an extent. I think that's almost continental, like Asia and Europe. Hungarian teenagers are quite similar, but also different to Italian. It's it's interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
Indeed.
Don't know what we were talking about.
Neither
We
do
were
I.
talking about 2020.
We were.
Yeah.
We were talking with 2020. Yeah.
And then we were talking about Generation Z.
Well, we moved off of the doom and gloom successfully.
Yeah.
Excellent tangent.
Yeah.
We had space for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. So we'll probably be at Mars.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the moon. Moon's going to come back, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's already there. But going to the moon, perhaps.
Yeah.
Space Force, maybe.
Space Force.
Might have a Space Force.
I mean, I hope we have a Space Force.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw Jeff Bezos was looking at a moon lander. There was like a picture of it. It's a lot of circles. He likes his circles, does Bezos. But yeah, I'd be quite happy with going back to the moon.
Oh fuck! I want to go there.
Yeah.
I want us to be the old men with our rocking chairs on the moon. That's what I want, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that.
Or on Mars. Both.
What is one thing that you would like to have happened by 2029? Let's close up with that.
Oh, Mars.
Yeah.
Moon, Mars.
Yeah. What do you want to happen there? What do you want to happen there? So
on the moon / Mars.
Yeah. What do you want to happen by 2029? You get to send a wish out into the cosmos.
That we. It won't be a space one. I think that we transcend politically away from left right.
Okay. To up down.
Kind of to up down.
Because
that means like
a 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we just sort of put less stock in left right, and that we like move in a more libertarian direction.
Nice, I like that.
Live and let live.
That would be sweet. I'd like that very much. What would I want?
Mars.
Yeah, probably Mars.
Yeah.
Go to Mars.
Mars is the obvious one.
Yeah, I want Mars to happen,
go to Mars.
and just if I could go to Mars. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Any more to say about this? Because I finished my drink now.
I've finished my drink,
and we have no more left.
We have no more left.
Maybe that can be like the way we end this. Once the last person is finished,
we're out of booze.
Once we've finished the booze, we finish the podcast.
We know when to start wrapping up.
Yeah. There we are. But that's the first Tangentlemen drinking and thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back at some point because this is recorded a couple of months prior at the moment. Actually, it might not at the moment. We worked it out to shorten down the time, so this may come out like next week or something like that. Yeah, maybe a little bit less. It'd be great if it did. So currently, probably next week we'll speak to you. Maybe soon. Maybe in a couple of months. Hello, future. Hello, past. We have been the Tangentlemen, and enjoy. Like and subscribe and all that. Yeah, like, subscribe, smash that button and do that thing, and yeah. Cheers, guys. See you later. See you later. Bye.